You don't have any Ron Jeremy autographs kicking around, do you?
Not that I found.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going all in on Chopping Mall. Why not? I'm just feeling it today, guys. Love Chopping Mall. Just watched it again recently. It's just one of the great. I got the soundtrack here. I got everything. So where should we start? Chopping Mall, guys. You know, where shopping will cost you an arm and a leg. If you haven't seen it, obviously check it out. It's a Jim Wynorski film. He does a lot of B movies. Not of this earth. It comes to mind with Tracy Lords, I believe. A bunch of other stuff, and he's still making stuff like 2018, 2019. I think he just had another B movie come out. Kind of like the B movie master, this guy. But you know, this movie, so good. I mean, it's shot in the 80s. It's got the whole 80s aesthetic, and the whole mall. I really like these kind of mall movies. Like Chopping Mall, obviously, is fantastic. But The Initiation is another one that kind of takes place in a mall. Hide and Go, the mall looks a lot similar. I'm not sure if it's the Sherman Oaks Mall that this one where they filmed this or not. I'll have to go back and check. But also, Hide and Go Shriek was another one. Slasher. I'm talking about slashers in a mall, guys. I realize there's Dawn of the Dead and all these other things. But slashers. Hide and Go Shriek is a good one. Later 80s. Kind of cool. Well, it takes place more in a department store. This one kind of takes place all over the mall. I really dig that vibe, you know, where you can get, the cool thing is you can pause it wherever you want, and like you can look at the different stores and go, oh, I remember this shop, or I remember this, you know, place, and it's kind of cool. It's just kind of frozen and locked in time, you know, like Friday the 13th, love it. But it, you know, it takes place in the woods, and there's not, you know, it could happen anywhere, anytime. But this is a kind of moment in time in a mall, you know, in America, and you get to see that, and it's on celluloid forever, and it's just so cool. Really, really, really dig that about it. But this one's got and this guy's you know, a big monster fan, I believe, the director, and so this movie is definitely a nod to, you know, monster films, horror films of the 50s and 60s. Like in the restaurant, one of the scenes in the restaurant, you'll see like horror posters in this movie. And even later on, you'll see his poster for Lost Empire, which came out before Chopping Mall, you know, in the background. So there's a lot of like, you know, what kind of restaurant do you go to that has like movie posters, you know, inside on the wall, like horror movie posters. Fantastic, right? And in this movie, you know, in the department store, when the guys sneak in at night and stuff before the killbots go crazy, you know, a couple of them are watching like a B movie flick and stuff. So this guy really has an appreciation for that, as do I. So it's fun to watch that. You know, you're watching a monster movie, or, you know, killer robot kind of slasher movie, if you will, with people inside watching a monster film. It's good time. It's so fun, right? You know, and another throwback to other films is, you know, as the crap hits the fan, we'll say, and stuff starts to go awry. You know, the guys that are left say, oh, let's head to the sporting goods store, and like, oh yeah, Peck and Paws. And you see Peck and Paw's Sporting Goods, so a little nod to Sam Peckinpah there is kind of cool. And so you've got Mary Warnoff in it, Paul Bartel, cameos, Barbara Crampton, of course, one of the main characters, and John Terlesky. I don't know if you guys even know who the heck that is. One of my favorites was The All-Nighter. You know what? Not a horror movie. Man, I've always dug this movie so much. I was going to do a separate review on it. We might as well talk about it now. I love it. First of all, I've always been in love with Susanna Hoffs. I mean, who isn't? Look at those eyes, man. There's something about these chicks with the big eyes, you know, Christina Ricci and Susanna Hoffs and stuff. I just dig it, man. That's my jam. So yeah, definitely like this film. But John Terlesky is not even on the cover of this. He's on the poster. Oh, there he is. There he is, right down there. CJ, and Killer. But CJ, John Terlesky, and he's always kind of chewing gum, and he's like this super cool guy, you know, and he does the same character in this. He's the exact same character. He's chewing gum, he's kind of got the hair kind of going and stuff, and yeah, I really, really think he's a cool guy, you know, back in the day. I always liked him. And so it's kind of neat seeing him in this movie, and it's basically, like I said, I don't know if that's all he can do is act that one way. It's definitely effective, but you certainly see him playing the exact same characters. It's pretty funny. So the other thing about this movie too is I always wondered, you know, RoboCop came out a year and a half later, kind of thing. I can't help but wonder if some of the lines, like, you know, these are like "Have a nice day." I mean, these robots say this so many times that you know, I'm wondering if they must have ripped that part of that off and put it in RoboCop, like RoboCop stole it, I should say. Yeah, it makes me wonder. But for those of you who don't really know the movie, basically there's three Protector 1, Protector 2, Protector 3 robots. This is new security kind of team that this mall decides to get, and you know, to replace the humans or whatever. And you know, they can ID people, you know, by their badge. You show them the badge and they ID you. You know, if they suspect something's not right, so they kind of, you know, go around looking for bad guys and stuff like this. But the day they roll out, or a couple days before they roll out, or whatever it is, there's a you know, storm, and the lightning that hits the building, throwing out the power and kind of screwing, you know, making things all haywire. But yeah, guys, you know, if you haven't seen it, it's worth checking out. I mean, it's really one of the greats. You know, it's fantastic. Here's a copy of, this is like a kind of a bootleg VHS sort of thing that was floating around out there. Definitely great. Really, really, really dig this one. Kind of see there, kind of like a retro kind of throwback look to it. It's pretty sick, actually. Pretty awesome. But yeah, this is the new Vestron. Now, you know what, guys? There's tons of extras on here. It's really, really, really cool. Nice little slip cover. But I'll tell you what, Vestron, because they're kind of back, they have like a new, like when you put the movie on, you get that Vestron, pew, do 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 do, you know. So it's the same kind of song, kinda, but they've kind of made basically a modern intro for Vestron now. I would have liked to have just seen the original pink, you know, V come flying in there. I have this on like a set of like 8 other horror movies. It was on Amazon a few years ago, like 8 horror set or whatever the hell it's called. You know, it's I don't even think it was widescreen, the thing. I think it was full screen, the movie, but it was basically transferred off the tape. Pretty good. It was better than quality than tape, but you would actually see the flying V, if you will, come in on Vestron. It was really cool to have that. They could have had both intros on here, like just because they're back and they have this new sort of intro for these discs. I don't know. Could you not put the original back on? I mean, that's kind of what we all know. I don't really care that Vestron has a new intro or logo, if you will. But other than that, and these are expensive too. These collector's series Vestron. This is the only one I have. Oh no, I have the Gate as well. But you know, if you want to go online and buy them from Amazon UK, they're Region B. If you have a Region B player, it's worth it because quite often they're pretty cheap. Like I picked up, like the Gate is like 30 or 40 bucks. Ridiculous. I think I got the Gate for 18, Region B, but I have a Region B player, so I mean I saved myself 12, 15 bucks at least on the disc. But you have to have a Region B player, so just something to kind of keep in mind. But there's a lot of extras on here, guys. Audio commentaries. You can actually watch the movie with just the score playing, which is great. I love the score for this one. It's really good. There's other stuff on here, lost scenes and like little little featurettes, if you will, and stuff like that. So definitely cool. But this here for me is the granddaddy of them all, man. This is like the actual soundtrack here. This was from Waxwork. This is 2014. I don't even know if they still have this or if you can even pick it up. But this Chuck Serino score, he also did the score for Deathstalker, and I think you can get the CD of, it's like half Chopping Mall and half Deathstalker. But this one here is just all full on Chopping Mall. And some of these, like all these new albums too, like they have this kind of artwork and stuff. I don't know. I'd rather just see like the logo, like the original poster. I mean, poster art or something, cover art, than some of this stuff. Because I mean, this was like a 5-second scene in the movie, right? Kind of Andy Warholish, I guess, or something. I don't know what they're going for here, but anyways, the album itself is spectacular. Nice, nice pink vinyl. if you're into that kind of thing. But it's the full score, main titles, all the way through to the Chopping Mall Suite at the end. One of the great 80s synth scores, guys, if you ask me. So, you know, if you can still pick that up, you probably should. It's a good one. Chopping Mall, Chuck Sereno on Waxwork. And guys, that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Stay tuned, you know, more reviews. Please click to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when the next videos are coming out. Leave some comments down below if you've seen these or what you guys think of these movies we review. And I will talk to you guys on the next one. Thanks, guys. Take it easy.